Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to a Kenco F1 Grand Prix. Today we're at Interlagos. Today we're in Brazil. Brazil, a track comprised of 15 turns, 3 sectors, second of which is windy as a windmill. Today I'm joined by Sam in the commentary box. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sam.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Brazil. Another round of racing, the penultimate one in the Kenco F1 race. Max once again on pole. Torben Schut in P2. What are the drivers capable of today?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with the drivers' sort of situation. We only had 10 in qualifying and 15 now in the race situation. We've got 5 drivers more in qualifying, and they will start randomly selected on basically which order they join. We have Matt, James, Adam, Dylan, and Rafal, all of which joined, well, they didn't join late, but they didn't join the qualifying session, so don't have a grid position for this weekend. Max, with his 17th pole of the season, Charlie just behind him, and Ben on the second row for, well, the third time in this league.
Yeah, really impressive qualifying there from Ben this week. Really impressed with that performance up in P3. What's he going to be able to make of today as well? Josh in P5. What are these people going to be able to do? They're at the front end of the field. It's a real different kettle of fish. How are they going to prove today?
Yeah, it looks like a couple of drivers may have been disqualified from the formation lap there, as we see one of the McLarens. That must be Josh there, ghosting through a couple of them, and the other McLaren of Adam just getting disqualified in that final sector there. The drivers line up on the grid, and they're getting ready to start this Kenco F1 Grand Prix for the second to last time ever. The drivers are ready. They're getting revved up to the maximum engines. The lights are on. There are 5 lights, and they're getting ready to go. The drivers are away. It's go, all the way down to turn 1. It's 250 meters all the way down to turn 1. They're going to be braking late at about 25 meters. It's Max from Charlie, and behind them there's a little bit of a kerfuffle coming through turn 2. Kevin O'Mara touches the inside, but gets a little bit scrappy there. Down the inside, it looks like Ian Hamill may have had to cut the chicane, and Adam and James do touch through there for the final sector. A little bit of wing coming off as Dylan and Rafal get past Adam with that wing damage. Max and Charlie, though, through turn 3. They still are in 1, 2. Ben makes one position up to go into P3, and there's Joel behind him. Josh maintaining that P5, even though he had a little bit of a scrappy start behind. Jay is in P6, and then Rio has had a pretty decent start, 7th so far. Remember, he's never started outside the top, or inside the top 10 since this weekend. Matt, who got a little bit of a collision there with Kevin, who lost his rear through turn 2. He's in P8. Kevin's in P9, and rounding up the points is Ian in P10.
Yeah, good start there from Max, staying in P1. It got very close going into turn 1, though. Torben Schut got a really good start, but Max able to counter that. Kevin O'Mara in P9, Josh staying in P5, Ben in P3, Joel in P4 as well. So some good starters there for several drivers.
The fight going on here between Kevin and Matt as they go through the final corner through turn 15 is very much not much of a turn, but more of a little bit of a kink. Kevin looks to take the inside line on Matt. Matt just gets round the outside. Matt starting on the medium tyres, even though he started outside the top 10, so he gets the free tyre choice here in Interlagos.
Yeah, certainly, that's a good point to make, that Matt is on the medium tyres, the only driver to be on the mediums other than James Wilson, who's actually on the hard tyres, so that's an interesting strategy. As Kevin O'Mara gets back the move, but Matthew Widdowson back with the switchback. On those medium tyres, he's looking really strong fighting the Alfa Romeo.
Quick pace here from that Haas driver. The other Haas driver has been forced to retire for the rest of the league with a terminal car issue that, well, Haas have just decided that it's better to leave the points and just retire the car for the rest of the season.
Yeah, certainly. You know, these F1 2020 cars, they're very expensive to run. There's an Alpha Tauri round. I think that's Jay Robinson.
Jay Robinson in the middle sector, number 24, has lost his rear. He's been experimenting with some of the traction control settings on that F1 car, and he has spun in that middle sector. That's going to be horrible for Jay. He's going to have to work his way all the way back up and possibly get a new set of tyres. Yeah,
not good for him. He's got severe front wing damage as well, as you can see, really losing downforce, and yeah, he's going to definitely have to box now. He's on those soft tyres, so maybe if he goes to the hards, he'll make it to the end.
109.6 currently is the fastest lap from Matt. Obviously, we'll expect that to come down and down as the fuel loads get lighter and everything happens. Kevin has had another move made on him by Matt there through turn 1 and turn 2. A few connection issues there from the Irishman, but he's managed to keep himself in front of the Haas, who may go down the inside with the aid of DRS. He looks to have a little go, but no move there from that driver.
Yeah, still very, very close between these two, though. Kevin at the moment up in front. He's obviously on those soft tyres, so he does have that tyre advantage. But nonetheless, Matthew Wilson able to stick to the back of the Alpha. So that's a very, very impressive pace thus far.
We're through turn 8 and into 9 now, looking to go all the way down to turn 10. This was the site of the Alex Albon and Lewis Hamilton crash, but there will be no crash here between Kevin and Matt. Oh, but Matt loses his rear back in 2019. Once again, we turn into a radio station, and I'm gonna have to sort of commentate through this as Nuts has gone into the wall. There's a huge collision there. Nuts has gone out. That may bring the safety car out here in Interlagos. He's DNF'd. For what reason, I'm not too sure, but he's gone into the wall. There is no safety cars, just a yellow flag. The commentators have managed to clear that away very, very quickly, as now Nuts has left a set. Tries to make a move, and Matt does things, and Matt just stays fractionally in front on those on those medium tyres, apart from the soft. Now down the inside, Matt has managed to make a lunge, and Joel has got past Ben for P3.
Yeah, exciting stuff there. Unfortunately, we can't see at the moment. If I could just get another invite, Callum, that would be good. But Matt, as you said, Nuts, I think it was into the wall, so that's not good news.
Oh, there's another spin! There's another spin! I'm not too sure which driver that was. I'll try and find it. It's Ben! Ben spun through the middle sector! No, he was in P3, and then he lost position. So Josh has just lost one position now, and it's Joel in P3. Josh in P4. He's so close to that podium position.
Yeah, so close for Josh, obviously, starting P5 up into P4. That's a really, really good start. Obviously, benefiting from that spin from Ben Mitchell by the sounds of it. We are getting the graphics back now. There we are. We're back on it. And we can see, yeah, Joel up into P3, Josh P4. So, obviously, they've benefited. But Ben Mitchell down into P10 after that incredible qualifying session. Callum, can you hear me? Quite clearly experiencing some technical issues this evening on Sky, but nonetheless, Joel Foxall into P2. Looks like Torben Schutt is down into P8. I really don't know what's happened there. Has he spun? I think Torben Schutt is actually spun. He's down into P8. He's just ahead of Ian Hanmore. He was in P2, down into P8 now, as I've said before. That is not good news for him. He's got that DRS now on Alex Rintzer, though. But how has that happened? I really don't know what's happened there. Josh and Rio Evans fighting very, very close for that final podium position as well. Josh in the second corner, getting the run on the Renault. Obviously, the Renault now will have that DRS, so will he be able to get that move back done? But I don't think he will there. Josh up into P3 at the moment, but Kevin O'Mara going a bit wide there, but he's obviously very, very close now to the back of these two drivers. With them two squabbling, is this an opportunity for the Irishman?
Not too sure what's gone on there. I've just got back from my little technical issue, and it seems as Torben Schutt might have lost quite a few positions. Could you just explain what's gone on with him, Sam?
Yeah, certainly. I think the only answer I can come up with is that he has spun somewhere on the track. He's obviously between Alex Rintzer and Ian Hanmore at the moment. I saw Joel Foxall getting promoted up to P2, but I really don't know why. As Alex Rintzer actually goes wide, and Torben Schutt gets another position there. But into P7, I don't know what's happened for him.
Well, Charlie's into P7. That means Josh is in P3. He is first and only ever opportunity for the podium. And he is in it in the penultimate race of the season. What's going on here with Josh?
Yeah, incredible form from Josh. He's obviously in P3 at the moment. Lap 7. It's early days as Adam, the other McLaren is out.
The other McLaren is out. Could that bring a safety car? We're on board with Josh. Yeah, he's in the wall. That's right there. Oh no, what could have happened with them two?
I don't know what's happened there. It's a virtual safety car at the moment. Kevin O'Mara fighting, but obviously Rio not able to get past because of that virtual safety car. I'm not too sure. That's almost halfway down the straight there. I don't know how Adams managed to get into the wall.
Sam, if you just check your DMs for me 1 second, we will get this going again, but the virtual safety car comes out. Could we see a few alternate strategies with regards to pitting?
Yeah, certainly. Obviously, different drivers doing different strategies. With I think it was James Wilson starting on those hard tyres, so that's definitely a unique strategy. He's gonna be able to go much. Oh no, he's DNF'd. He won't be going any further in this race. But Matthew Widdowson on those medium tyres, that's something different. Are people gonna decide to pit under this virtual safety car? We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will, definitely. We'll get going once again in this race as the green flag gets shown very, very soon. And Sam, with regards to that thing you just sent me, I'll let you know just when. Through the final sector, though, comes Torben Schutt back up into P6. He's made one position in this race so far. The green flag seems to have been shown once again, and we get back to racing speed. Yeah,
Torben Schutt's been caught off guard there by that green flag. I think Matthew Widdowson gone flying past him. Back down into P7 is Torben Schutt.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on here with this with the German driver? I mean, he still has an opportunity to win the championship if he wins and gets the fastest lap in both of these races.
Yeah, this race is absolutely critical for his championship fight. He's got the DRS now on Matthew Widdowson. He gets past, braking very, very late into the corner, but he gets it done nicely, and he is past the Haas driver once again. But nonetheless, this race is absolutely critical. So critical that if he doesn't win, that championship fight is almost gone, I believe. So yeah, this is really not good news for him at all.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think about the kerfuffle now between, I'm not too sure, I think that may be Josh and Kevin who's got up into the final podium position.
Yeah, Kevin O'Mara up into P3, stealing it from the other Irishman in that McLaren. Josh will not be happy with that. That podium position is so close to Josh's hands. He will want that back. Maybe he's thinking of the long run. He's obviously on those soft tyres. He's got to conserve those, and he's got to want to pit later on into the race. But he's losing a lot of time to the back of that Alfa Romeo at the moment.
Sam, if you want to do that thing we'll talk about, we'll do that now.